Embellishments with Christina, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a background for a card that I'm working on using the Lindy Stamp Gang Moon Shadow Mist. This one's called Moonlight Mulberry, and it comes in the Green Label collection. And what I'm going to do is, first let me tell you about Moon Shadow Mist. This Moon Shadow Mist all have this walnut ink, and it has a kind of an extra iridescent color added to it that when you heat set it, you can bring out that other color. This one's kind of a mulberry cranberry color. So let me just show you how I'm going to go ahead and create my background. This is just a sample piece. It's not the actual size that I'm going to be doing, but just to show you how to make that. So I'm just going to take a background stamp, and this one's a polka dot stamp. I'm going to go ahead and add my Versamark ink. And then, because it's a bigger block, I'm just going to go ahead and add my cardstock right to my rubber stamp. Make sure they have that nice and inked up well. And then I'm going to take my white embossing powder and I'm going to sprinkle that on and then heat set that. Okay, so that's just a sample. I already have one ready for you in the size that I'm going to be making for my card. This measures 3.5 by 4 3/4, and I already have it heat set and stamped, embossed with the white embossing powder. So let me just go ahead and show you how to how I created this background. Now you could do this two ways. You can do it where you spray directly and just automatically heat set it, and you kind of get a darker look, kind of like this one, and you could see a little bit of that red mulberry iridescent look to it in the light there. So this is kind of more of a vintage kind of look, and it was just a sample I was playing with. To get a softer look, I'm going to spray this nice and generously with the mist, and then I'm just going to take a paper towel and dab off some of that extra. And it kind of makes it look like a real soft color, and you still get that iridescent to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry this. Okay, so now I have that dried. Now you can also just set this aside and let it air dry. I use my heat tool, which means it kind of wrinkled up. So, but you can just kind of mess with it a little bit and get it back into shape. You can even turn it around and heat it on the other side. The other thing I wanted to show you is I'm going to go ahead and do a flower. This is a white flower that I got from I Am Roses, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to use the same exact Moon Shadow Mist, and it's a little bit darker, and I didn't get it all over. To get it so it's a little lighter, you could just spray farther away, but I kind of wanted this a little darker. What I went ahead and did was I took my background paper and mounted it onto a piece of pink cardstock and just went ahead and sewed along some stitching lines on the edges. So the next thing I'm going to do is just take my card, and this is just a regular standard A2 card, and I actually cut my background at, let's see, what was the size of this? It's 5 by 3 3/4. Because I wanted a nice big area there. And I'm just going to go ahead and take my ATG gun and adhere this down to the base of my card. Oops. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead, and this is the flower that we sprayed with the Moonlit Mulberry, and I'm just going to kind of lay this out first and decide where I want everything to go. I have some Prima bling that I'm going to add onto here, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment. This one says something special, and let's see, let's get some ink out here. And then we'll just go ahead and I'm going to use this punch to punch the sentiment out. And then that is going to go right there. And I'm going to do that using some pop adhesive with dimensional adhesive. So we'll get that out. So let me go ahead and we'll start assembling our card here. I'm going to go ahead and add my flower down using some hot glue. And that'll go right down the bottom. And then I'll just go ahead and add my dimensional adhesive to the back of my sentiment. And then that'll go right here. Okay, so that's our card for today. Thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christina. See you next time. Bye.